Hey guys, welcome back to High School Hack. In today's video, I'll be going through a bit of my personal story and how I tackled the HSC. So a little bit about myself. I graduated in 2017, 2 years ago, and I achieved an ATAR of 99.90. So in pretty much all of my videos so far, I've already stressed the point that the HSC is more about studying smart rather than hard. In this video, I'll be going through a few strategies that I use to save you time from studying and allow you to do other things in year 12. Because we don't want to be spending our last year of high school just studying, right? So the first important point is to make sure you create a study plan for the whole of year 12. So here I've broken down the HSC year into each individual week. So the HSC year starts in year 11, term 4. And continues onto year 12 term 4 with the final HSC exam. Generally, you have exam blocks about 2 or 3 weeks long. And the first one is in week 8 and 9 of year 11 term 4. The second one, which is the half-yearly exams, is in the last 2 weeks of year 12 term 1. And then there's smaller exams between week 6 and week 10 of year 12 term 2, followed by the trial HSC exams in week 3 to 5 of term 3. And then finally, you have your actual HSC exams around week 3 to week 6 of term 4 of year 12. So as you can see, the HSC is more of 5 short sprints. It's like 5 series of exam blocks, as you can see here. And then pretty much what you want to do is study for it closer to each exam block. And then you can spend the rest of the time, which is not close to an exam block, doing whatever you want and relaxing pretty much. So here I've put in the times that I personally spent studying. Green represents times where I pretty much didn't study at all. Yellow means that I spent about maybe 1 or 2 hours each night. And then red is pretty intensive studying, so like just before exam blocks, as you see here. So as you can see, closer to exam blocks, it generally turns red. And then during the school holidays, which you can see on the right, I pretty much didn't do much study at all. But during exams and probably 2 weeks before exams, I'd always get into an intensive study mode. You can also check out my ebook, link in the description below, which will have more details on how to create a study plan and then also cover other exam strategies and studying tricks that I didn't have time to explain in this video. The second point is to create a list of all the tasks and activities that you want to do for each subject in preparation for the exam. Then what you want to do is distribute all the tasks evenly, putting them into a calendar format. Like for example, starting 2 weeks before the exam, I might do 2 subjects, 2 past papers for those 2, and then I might memorize an essay for English, and then yeah, you can see that in the example here. Doing this makes you know exactly what you're going to be doing each day, and it gives you a sense of what you need to get done. So it creates a sense of urgency for you. So you don't spend your time procrastinating or maybe just reading the textbook again and again. That doesn't really help with your study. This means you're only going to be doing the most relevant tasks, and which will help you a lot with your study efficiency, and then also give the most result and benefit out of it. For me, it also gave me a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day where I could cross out each study task that I'd completed, and then I'd be motivated to do the same thing again the next day. So what tasks and activities do you actually want to be putting into your list? This brings us to tip number 3, and that is to focus on class worksheets and past papers rather than studying notes and making notes or reading the textbook. Of course, studying is going to be different for everyone, and everyone will have their preferred method of how they study best. But for me, using my economics notes as an example, I found that going through my class worksheets that I actually did before in class and what the teacher had gone over, as well as doing past paper questions, these really helped because firstly for the class notes, I had more familiarity with them beforehand, and then I wrote down during class time what was more important and what might be in the test that the teacher wrote down. I would summarize that into my own words, and then when I was going through those maybe a week before the exam, it would be really quick, so I'd understand it straight away. And then the reason that I definitely recommend doing past papers is because at the HSC each year is always very similar to the year before and all the years before that. So the structure is very similar. The kind of questions, the difficulty is generally very similar. So you'll get to understand, like get used to what the test is actually like, so you won't be caught unprepared in the actual exam. And then another thing is that if you do past papers and you mark them, you'll know where your weakness areas are, and then you can spend a bit more time working on those, like maximize your marks in preparation for the actual exam. So there you have it, guys. These are the 3 key studying strategies that I use to achieve my ATAR goal. And the reason I've been wanting to share this video with you guys is that I feel that year 12 you shouldn't be spending all your time studying. That's not the way to do it. And yeah, I hope that you can apply some of these to your own study routine and save yourself some time and spend more time doing the things you actually enjoy. If you found this video useful, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, I'm giving away soft copies of my HSC English essays, and I got 97 for HSC English. If you want access to those, subscribe to this channel and then send me your email address so I can share that with you on Google Drive. If you have any video suggestions or questions about how to study, then please leave them in the comment section down below. And I hope you've taken something out of this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.